This is the game, Rubik's Eclipse. Also goes by Rubik's Magic. When I first found it, did that. And I think there's a Rubik Tic-Tac-Toe is another name for it. Anyhow, the object of this game, it's a tic-tac-toe game. You're trying to get 3 in a row, vertically or horizontally, of your color. Because some of the game, Sophia, it was based on this thing, so it uses a similar attribute. Anyhow, the sun side player will try to win with this color. Makes sense, the brighter the two. And the moon side tries to win with the darker gold. As you can see here, you have gold and silver. Good, that shows up. So the way the play works is that there's 2 moves you do per turn. Each side there's going to be a maximum of 8 turns played per player. 16 turns between both of them. The first part was, if an opponent has a piece on the board that can be moved to an adjacent space, your opponent will move it. So let's say, for example, white's on the board and this. Now it's white's turn. I'll put it in the middle here. Start out this way. See, white is there. I mean, the sun side's here. So what he does is that first thing he's going to do, the board starts empty, by the way. So the first player, let's say this part player, when he put the piece on the board, there was no flip move. First thing he does is puts that down. Then the next thing he will do, and then he doesn't do it. The next thing he'll do is that this player, the star side, decides to move the player there, and he decides to, and it has to flip, by the way, so he flips it. Then he puts his piece down. Now the sun side, this one goes here. By the way, this is also good by Rubik, as I said, Rubik's Magic to move tic-tac-toe, and so anyhow, they have different pieces. Anyhow, he'll put his piece on the board and move this here, like that. This piece, by the way, is now locked, and it's important because what you'll see here, we'll see if you can see the diagram. This is the win condition. If you can see there, the sun side has 3 locked pieces. They're locked in place, and he wins 3 in a row, diagonal. So, yeah, pretty much. So we have this here. He puts this piece down. Now, he actually, I believe he moved, that's now locked. So now, I believe, bear with me if I've lost track here, but anyhow, the point is that he's going to put one of his pieces down. He'll put that there. Next up, this side. By the way, one thing they said in the rules that happens is that once you put your own piece down, you're not going to touch it after that. So anyhow, let's say he moves this here like that, and puts one of his own pieces down like that, starting 2 in a row this way. Now, we'll move this. This is that one or that one he can move. He'd rather do that there. And now he's going to threaten a 3 in a row once it gets locked. So next up, star side goes. We'll move this back here. And he's going to lock another one of his pieces in place. Because note, it's like this here. Next up, after you do that, now this side goes. He ends up having to do this, and then he's going to block and lock his piece in place. Now this side goes, and he has to move one of them. Goes here, like that. And we'll put his piece in like that there. Next up, this player goes. And he will end up moving. Ends up, okay. Now he's going to go. So I'm trying to play this. I want to play it. So he'll go here like this. Put his piece in place like that. Now we have more pieces are getting lost. Next up, this player goes. He's going to move one of the pieces over. He'll move this here like that. And put one of his pieces down. I think he's going to end. So what he'll do is he'll just put this here to force his opponent to move it accordingly. Now, this side goes. he will then move this piece over here like this and drop his piece down, threatening to get 3 in a row. Now this piece goes like that. Actually, he doesn't want to do that. He's going to actually move it out. Okay. He has to do something about this, so he will do that, and he will put his piece in here like this. Next up, blue goes. Blue has to move one of his move one of the pieces here. Doesn't want to move either of them, but he's looking at a situation where he has to. So he will go like that, and then drop his piece in here like this. Now at this point here, it looks like silver has a win. I mean, the sun side has a win. So what he's going to do here, he'll just, go like that there. He has a lock diagonal, and he's just going to drop his piece in like that, and the first player wins the game here. See the locked position? They're locked. Actually, got 4 in a row, surprisingly. But anyhow, that's how you do it, and it doesn't matter at that point. Now, that's how you play Rubik's Magic, Rubik's Eclipse, or Rubik's Tic-Tac-Toe. I do want to thank you for watching here. May your die always roll 5.